Anyway, so
today was pretty sweet. We got out of the Port Angeles and we put down the poles for our fishing, right? And then we got out here and we put out our lines. And
what do you say, like 4 or 5 hours after
your New York thing just sticks out?
I know. Anyway, it was I don't know, but it was ridiculous because the lines kept freaking coming off. I don't know, like if we were like fish were biting or what was happening, but we lost about 6 lines and we had to like put them back. And
like the jigs, the hooks, everything just gone.
Yeah, and we figured like we were doing the knot that we were told to do by this other guy who's been like fishing for how many years?
30 years.
Like 35 years.
He's also burned a few boats.
He's also burned I think 3 or 4 boats down, so maybe we shouldn't have listened to him, but whatever. Anyway, so then Bob showed us this other knot that hopefully is going to work better, so...
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But we did...
But what's sweet, Troy and I were... Oh, yeah.
No. Wait, first of all...
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Bob... So we put out the lines. Oh, really?
Yeah, just
Alright, so we put out the lines. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
We put out the lines and... it was cool. Bob was like, he's like, go check them every 20 minutes, check them every 20 minutes. And I was like, fuck, I fucking don't want to do this.
Make sure we're talking loud enough too. I don't know how.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how good this camera is.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's catching it.
And then, so I'd go out every 20 minutes, and I got kind of sick of doing that. And then, whatever, Bob was like checking it too. And then he was about to go back into the pilot house, and then he...
What the hell just happened? There you go.
Okay.
He was about to go back into the pilot house, and he, like ran back out and he ran down and he started pulling in this tuna. And
started pulling in this fish.
It was delicious.
We were pulling in a fish and it was awesome. So we pulled it in and then
I'm gonna have a cigarette tray.
we cut it up. Yeah.
One of these.
Mine?
I'll give you.
Okay. And we cut it up and then Jet made a grill and we cooked on the grill and it was like put some salt and pepper and some lemon on it. It was like the best fish.
Oh,
and butter.
Inside little tin foil.
It was so good. But it was the first time. It was the first time that I've ever killed anything. Bob's like, it's like, yeah, just whack it on the head. Just give it a good whack. I'm like,
we were all afraid to touch it. Too.
we're like, do I just bop it on the head? And he's like, yeah, just give it a whack. And I'm like,
hold it down.
Yeah, Jet held it down.
Just like,
oh, I'm a man. When Brennan hit it over the head, it like got his eye and
I know, but at first, none of us wanted to touch it.
Yeah.
And then finally, then the next thing you know, I'm like sitting there cutting up the fish, and Troy and I are like rinsing it out, and we're like just like whatever.
That shit out.
Anyway, so then whatever. I knew we would get over it, but it's just interesting that first time.
Okay, then the
lines.
This is the real fucking deal.
This is awesome. The lines were coming off.
The lines were coming off. All this shit was happening. Me and Bray were inspecting it, and we were on the longest line, which is
25 fathoms.
25
a fathom is 6 feet. So
it's like way out there. And so I'm holding it, and Bray's holding it, and we're like checking the line, and so the line is kind of like looping and then back up to the pole, and then the rest of the line is like here on this side, and then it's like the hook is still in the water. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, God, I really hope, like, I was like, I wonder if a fish would just pull it or whatever. I just had this weird thought, you know, like there's really million.
He just was wondering, like, oh, that'd be crazy if a fish missed the line.
Like it'd just be like one of those thoughts. And then, so we were doing that, and then I don't know, we were holding it for like 5-10 minutes, and then all of a sudden it was just like, BAM! And we were just like, or it's like we were like and I don't think either of us expected that it'd be that heavy and that hard to pull the fish.
And we didn't have gloves on either.
Yeah, so it hurt, but like you're like wrapping it around your arm and like pulling it, and we kept. I would pull it, and then he would get in front of me and pull it, and then I get in front of him and pull it, and we were just pulling it, and then it got closer and closer.
And actually, I thought it was a shark because
it looked like a shark.
Jet put a.
No, I did that.
Oh, Troy. No, because I cut that big piece.
And you gave it to me and
okay.
Fucking
Troy.
Did it go for that piece?
No, it was actually the long. I put it on the second longest line,
okay,
but I put a chunk of salmon on one of the hooks. So Bray thought
we didn't get salmon.
I mean,
wait a second.
Silly
Damn
me.
it. We're fishing tuna.
God damn it, you guys.
Anyway, so I put a
It was
piece of
delicious.
tuna on a hook and threw it out there just as a whatever to see if it would help. And it actually caught a different line, but we kind of like, in that moment, you're all like, ah, and you think, it looked like a shark. When it got closer, it was like,
holy
oh
crap,
my
is that
god.
a shark?
That would have been scary.
That would have been awesome, but scary
It would have
too.
been scary. But anyways,
I
it was
would've
a
been like,
tuna.
"Stop!"
And the weird thing is, Bray like pulled it up and threw it down, and it just looked fake. It looked
did.
like a fake.
It looked like a plastic fish.
Its eyeballs are like this big, and it's just like,
and it's really
It
hard.
looks
You
really
touch
thick.
it, and it just feels like plastic almost. It's
Yeah.
like really hard.
I told
And
you.
its
Yeah,
fins
same.
are like super tiny. It's like
And long.
it was about 3 feet long or so.
anyway, so we threw it down into our little section, and it was just like, and bleeding it. It was like beating itself to death.
Yeah,
which
it was hitting its head against the ground and bleeding to death, and then
It kind of just sat there, and we just were like, we just took pictures and stuff.
yeah, well, we just after it was sitting there for a while, just beating itself to death, we were continuing on the lines, and then
Oh yeah, and we were putting out more lines because we saw more fish, but we didn't
we
catch
didn't
any.
But
So we only caught 2 fish today, and one of them we ate.
yeah, but Bob showed us where to cut it and everything like that, and then we put it in the
We
freezer.
took some pretty sick pics of it.
Yeah,
though,
some
like
cool
us holding
pictures.
it.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much that, and then we were just out there.
Fixing
yeah,
all the lines.
It's 23:53 right now, which is 11:53 p.m. for all you greenhorns out there.
Green sharks.
Green sharks.
Green sharks.
Our freezer's at below 13 degrees.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
decreasing.
Jay, I want to just say at this time, you're doing a really effing good job at engineering.
Thanks.
Oh yeah. By the way, right now
I'm married to the
we're
freezer.
gonna switch
I know, but
off.
you're doing a really fucking
We're gonna
good
switch
job.
off every trip. A trip is when we go out and get fish and bring it in and sell it. Then we go out again, and our hats change. So right now I'm the skipper. Jet's the engineer, and Troy's the first mate. So then next trip when we go and sell our fish and come back out, we're gonna switch hats.
Yeah, and
Like
I think the thing that's interesting is
That's a pilot's hat.
obviously the first time that you go out, or the first
A bottle almost fell.
the first time that you go,
Not a beer bottle.
it's like whatever hat you have, you know, you're gonna have to deal with all that, all the things that are gonna happen because it's the first time that you went out. So it's gonna be the hardest time to have that hat the first time. Like you had to handle the autopilot. You've been handling shit with the engine.
Well,
like,
mainly the reefer, and then like the only major thing.
Well,
so
with the
far was
pump, the hydraulic pump.
the pump having to change.
yeah, but
that.
I mean, just things are gonna pop up that
Yeah.
probably, you know, not as much is going to pop up when we switch hats, just because it's all been kind of like that just initial, like, oh, all these things are going wrong.
Yeah.
And like all the lines were like breaking off. It was just like each one of us has had to deal with different things on our hats.
Yeah, that probably will be a lot easier
But
later.
now it's kind of like we're kind of nailing down the stable datums or whatever, and we'll just
Yeah.
be able to.
But we're-
how become a leader.
And we're still alive, which I guess it doesn't really matter if I tell you that now, because if we die before we get into port, you're never going to hear that.
Never.
You won't see this video.
Yeah. So, if you see this video, we're still alive. Unless you watch it like a long time later when we're actually dead.
For all the people who
Are still alive.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No, I'm kidding.
I
It's
know.
Portal,
Okay.
dude.
Okay, good. Anyway,
Oh, really?
yeah. Good. Well, that's...
Wait, beard check. Let's check our beards.
Got a little bit of scuff going on.
Jess is coming in the best.
Old Jeff is always
Right.
running the best.
Yeah, and grow a full beard. I almost shaved it.
Oh, okay, we're good.
Okay, guys. We'll catch you sometime. Hopefully tomorrow, unless... Whatever. I don't know. I just want to fucking go to sleep, so... I mean, I just want to F-bomb go to sleep. So, catch
Let
you later.
yourselves rock
Okay.
to the boat, just to show. This is really calm, though. This is, like, beautiful.
Yeah, this is like... It's really nice out here.
When you just rock, it looks so lame.
It's crazy, because this is like the actual rocking, but you just kind of... Whatever, I don't know. What are you doing, Troy?
I was piecing out, but
Oh.
I'm fucking
Okay.
doing it.
Okay,
I
now.
mean,
Peace out, yo!
yeah, Seacrest out.
Wait, touch them together. Touch them together. Touch them together.
God, are we really doing this? Okay, two hands.
Wait,
Oh,
what
yeah.
was the thing?
I don't
it was
remember.
like this,
It was
and
like
then-
that.
I can't get into that position.
I think it was like that.
I don't know.
Venture Bros.
Alright, bye guys.